Yo YouTubers, what is up? Welcome to another video. Today we have the Prime 1 Studios Injustice 2 Premium Masterline Darkseid statue. So here is the box, really cool looking image of the statue. Then you got the side, has a lot of disclaimers in Japanese here. As you can see, my box was pretty beat up. Here's the back part. So this is the exclusive version, which is limited to 150, and I got 61. So here's the box. It's quite light, as you can see, because it's empty. So let's go ahead and bring the styrofoam over and unbox this bad boy. The box itself actually is quite heavy. So here is the styrofoam, so go ahead and open this bad boy up. So I do own the 52 Darkseid, which I do love. I'll do a comparison of the heads, but not the full statues, just because it's so heavy to take the 52 down, plus I have it in earthquake putty, so that bad boy ain't going nowhere. But I'll compare the heads, because that's an easy thing. This will be going next to my Goro 1/3 scale statue. They do call this a 1/4 scale, but from what I've seen on in-hand pics, just like the 52, it seems much more like a 1/3 scale than a 1/4. So I have played both Injustice games. I never actually played as Darkseid. He's a downloadable character, costs $6, and I just never thought to get it. So I stopped playing the game after I beat the story mode, basically. So this is definitely all Darkseid. We need to get to the base first, which is going to be on the bottom portion. So we will just set this down for now. This came in the middle of me doing a tricep workout. Ooh, fresh resin smell. Gotta love it. So here's the base. Good size. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy out. So you can see how massive this is. Bottom 61 of 350. So very cool base. I'm gonna go ahead and put it here on this. So we can actually use my turntable. Very cool. All right, here we got some hands. He comes with a lot more switch outs than the 52 version does. Yeah, so this is a switch out arm. Looks like it's the arm behind the back. So put that to the side for now. And here is a portrait and the exclusive portrait. So both the portraits and another arm. This is an arm doing a grasp type hold. So this is the normal head. Looks great. And then the exclusive on this is the teeth grinning head, which looks awesome. So this actually, it was kind of crazy. So I was waiting for this to go in stock on Sideshow's website. So I wanted to use a coupon. The moment an item is in stock, you can actually use a $25 off coupon. So I waited. He went in stock. I purchased him immediately using the coupon. He was waitlisted later that night. I wonder if other people were waiting for the same thing. All right, we're going to take Darkseid out and place him on. Alrighty, so here he is. He fit in there great. Does have a little bit of protection on his side. Very big piece overall so far. Very cool. And here is this, which can go, nope, definitely not back there. Looks like this is the front one. So front sash. Here is another arm. Looks like they taped and wrapped all the arms. Here is another sash, which goes on his behind. Strong magnet. Check how big these arms are. This is, you know, if you want him like that. That's a massive arm, goodness. Go ahead and get one of the heads. We'll throw the exclusive on. And this looks like it's part of the base. It looks like you have these going all around the base. That arm sticks out way far. That is crazy how much that sticks out. This one's like extra big. Try it right here. All right, that seems to fit. Let's take out this arm. This is the pose I think looks best with this. And there we go. Check that out. Frick. I believe that's everything. Nothing else. Yep. So it does have the additional switch out portraits and arms, but you can just see how big this is. You know, doing this pose, it also has this pose. So 2 poses, 2 portraits, massive. Yeah, we're gonna have to measure this, but according to the website, it's about 34 inches tall, like 34.4. It's a beast. Looks awesome. Freaking styrofoam. For how big this is, the box was relatively small, which is nice. I hate big boxes. So let's do some close-ups on this. Monster. All right, look at them compared to the 1/3s. Yeah, if you wanted to display him with them or these guys, you absolutely could. It's a monster. That arm sticking out, that is freaking long. I probably won't be displaying that. I'll probably do the arms behind the back. But I love how each head accommodates the pose. You know, for this pose, this head is perfect. For the other pose where his arms are behind his back, I don't think I would use this head at all. I'd use the plain looking head. So check that out. Very cool. Yeah, this one's not nearly as like thick. I mean, he's more like a Thanos type body, where the 52 one is just super big shoulders and super thick, almost like a gorilla, where he's more like a Thanos type body. Plus his armor is different. He doesn't have these massive shoulder blades. So, you know, that's one reason I wanted to get this one, is I like this armor better and the different pose options. You know, it's just, this to me is more, you know, reminds me of that Thanos, which we could definitely do a side-by-side. Yeah, this is sweet. Love the base. You know, this is the front part of the base, so this is how it would be posed. Just leaning forward, putting his arm out like he's doing some sort of either telekinesis. I mean, I know his powers. He's like super strong and shoots laser beams, little mega beams out of his eyes. The thing is, he hasn't really been in any movies, like live action movies. They only mention his name once in Justice League. I really wish we'd get a Snyder cut and have him in it. Yeah, it's definitely a sick looking statue. It's huge. Very, very cool. So we're gonna need to set him up next to Goro and dive much deeper into this guy. It's very, very cool though. We also need to get a side-by-side probably next to the Thanos. So let's do that. Alright folks, so here we have Thanos next to Darkseid. So you can just see how freaking big these bad boys are. Thanos is not small by any means. But you can just see how Darkseid is much bigger overall. Everything's bigger. The base, Darkseid himself. So Thanos is a monster. Darkseid's even bigger. So, I mean, Darkseid I know in general is a massive guy. You know, in the movie, I forget the exact name, like Justice League Apocalypse or something, Darkseid's absolutely massive. He's like 4 times bigger than your, you know, like Superman or something. So I think scale-wise it's probably about accurate. And in Justice too, he was slightly taller than other characters, but they gave him true justice here. So absolutely massive, no doubt. So let's set him up next to Goro. Alrighty, before we get into the setup, I wanted to do a quick comparison to the N52 Darkseid. So definitely noticeable difference in the overall teeth. The N52 is bigger and more like round. I feel like in general that one's much more of a round statue. I mean, both heads are equally detailed. Teeth look great on both. They're, dirty, grimy, look great on both. The eyes, the Injustice has more of a white in the middle. And the skin, I mean, obviously it's different like textures and whatnot. They look great on both. Yeah, the 52 is definitely, noticeably bigger. That's no doubt. Although, I kind of like this one more, the Injustice one. So let's check it out now next to Goro. Alrighty, folks, so here is Darkseid all set up next to Goro. This is my desk where I do my work. I also game in here. I got my gaming monitor. That's zero lag. PS4, I play Mortal Kombat and other fighting games. Generally, I do most of my online games in here and multiplayer and sometimes watch shows. Got my MacBook Pro there where I do my work. And then the chair, of course. Darkseid is a beast, no doubt. You can see next to Goro. Now, Goro is a massive 1/3 scale statue. Absolutely massive. And he's 1/3. However, Darkseid actually to the tip of his head is taller than Goro's head if you don't count the hair. Darkseid has a bigger base. I wouldn't say it's better, but it's bigger. It's very, very cool. I love it. Definitely love it. And it's going to look great. Tomorrow I'll get my Injustice Collector's Edition statues, just like how I have Scorpion here. I'll get the Brainiac and Batman right there, and then that will complete this Injustice section. Injustice as a video game, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. Definitely not my favorite. I'd probably play the story mode again through, but I couldn't get into the multiplayer. I definitely much prefer Mortal Kombat, but I love the idea behind Injustice. Superman going rogue and everyone fighting everyone. It's a spectacular idea in video game. The fighting's pretty fun. And obviously, this is from the Injustice 2 video game, so I have to display the video game with it, and this is my video game room. So that's why he is here. Although you could absolutely just display this Darkseid in a DC room and, have the Justice League surrounding them. So overall, it's a phenomenal statue, no doubt. So let's dive deeper into it. So let's check out this base. So I will say straight off the bat, as just looking at my N52, I think this base is better for the lower part. The upper part, I think is better on the N52, the lava effect. This one is more simplistic, where that one had more going on, But this underbase, love it. I love the whole theme. It definitely reminds me of Apocalypse, where he's from. I am no genius about Darkseid. I've only seen a few cartoon movies, basically animated movies, and read a little bit about him. But you have the Omega symbol here, which is what he represents. You have these little bars right here. Very cool looking underbase, no doubt. The bars go throughout, as you saw in the unboxing. The base itself, he's standing on the rock part, not the lava. So there's a rock along there and back there. See a little lava splash back there and right here. So that looks really cool. I like how they made the lava splash as well. Looks like it's flowing. A little circular motion in the middle. So the lava actually looks very well done. I think the paint job is fantastic. The rocks look good. There's definitely, the noticeable difference between the two. And the lava itself has some great shading. You can see different shades of orange and yellow and brown even, like right there, how it's starting to maybe harden a little bit. So very cool base. Definitely big fan of this base. I think they did a fantastic job. Definitely represents Darkseid well. from his planet. So I think it's a phenomenal base. Love it. It is quite big, I will say. This desk is about 22 inches. And look how much space he's taken. You look at my hand. So this is definitely going to take up a lot of space. I view this more as a centerpiece type display instead of just your typical average display. Just like Goro, Goro's a centerpiece. And that's why I put them both here. So as I'm working, on my laptop, I look up and this is what I see. And I love it. Having two centerpieces here in the room, great, way to work. So let's check out Darkseid. So again, this is from the Injustice 2 video game. So it's not comic accurate at all. He does have a lavish effect here on his boot where it's red. You can see us stepping basically around lava or in it possibly. Boot is simplistic, nothing special. You go up to the armor. Looks quite well done. Almost a metallic type look. His knee, then he has this textured work right here. Somewhat weathered costume. Then he has these side and front parts. This one sticks out quite a bit. Love the pose. This part looks pretty cool in the costume. His chest area looks great. Really good texture work right here on his chest area. Yeah, they did a fantastic job on the skin. Looks very cracked and great muscle tone. I'm not sure if this was sculpted or if it was just digitally made, but if I was to guess, I'd say digitally made. His armor looks like it's like a metal type material. It's not like a leather look or anything. So that's why there's only limited texture on here, mostly the skin and then certain parts of the armor like this part. But, something like his helmet, that looks more, like it was a metal type helmet. So it definitely doesn't need texture work on that. I think they did the right amount of textures versus almost like a metallic type look. And then there's definitely some weathering on it. You can see right here. Right there. You see the weathering right here. So it's definitely not a fresh suit. The gold looks great right here on the Omega symbol. I really do like this costume. I think it looks better than the N52. My problem with the N52, it's definitely a phenomenal statue, don't get me wrong. However, I don't know if I'm a big fan of the giant red thing on his chest and the giant shoulder pads and then the general body shape, how it's just, so bulky and, I like this body shape better, more Thanos type body. It's just my preference. So I think if I had to sell one, I'd probably sell the N52. Granted, I'm keeping them both. This represents Injustice and a centerpiece in this room for video games. And the other one represents, Darkseid for my DC collection. So very cool. So this is one pose it comes with, and this comes with the collector's edition. Just the classic arms behind the back. Now, if you play the video game, this is his pose when he's just standing there not doing any moves. So definitely happy they included this option. It's very powerful looking, something like, Darkseid would do. Then you have the more action-oriented pose in the one I showed in the unboxing. I think for this pose, this is the best head to display. Let's check out this head. Very similar to the other head, obviously, it's just his teeth aren't grinning. More confident look. The detail on the face is phenomenal. The eyes look awesome. The detail work in the face is awesome. Very, very cool. Overall, it's quite a heavy statue, I will say. I actually took it completely apart to bring it in the room. Definitely did not want to carry this. And this is probably one I would take apart when moving. It's just so heavy, and if you don't want to hit anything and knock it off. So it's definitely one you want to take apart when moving. Let's go ahead and change up the pose now to the other pose. Alrighty, so here is the other pose with the arm extended out. So obviously from this angle, it's blocking my TV. However, when I'm sitting down, it does not block it. Great additional option. I think this pose also looks amazing. Much more action oriented. I like how his hand is doing the gripping, similar to the other one. And then the arm out. I'm measuring that arm is actually 14 inches long. And the statue in total, 35 inches. So roughly 3 feet. Woo! It is definitely a big one. So you can just see how massive this is. And, you know, next to this is 1/6 scale, in case you were wondering. So, you know, this takes up more than 2 entire D12 shelves. It's like 2.5 D12 shelves. Yep, so if I'm sitting here playing gaming, it does not block anything. Let me know which pose you guys think is better. You know, they're both amazing. I'm gonna stick with the arms behind the back. It just seems very powerful and, you know, it just looks great. I think both heads are absolutely fantastic, but I definitely think this exclusive head goes better with this pose versus the arms behind the back. The arms behind the back, for me, I prefer the more mouth closed look. Yeah, I mean, overall, this is an absolutely fantastic statue. I think it is better than the N52. Best Darkseid absolutely in the market. You know, I've seen all the custom ones. Not a big fan at all of any of the customs. I think they're all complete garbage. In general, I'm not a fan of most customs outside of Dragon Ball Z and a select few, like that Kratos, my Link. I think most custom, especially like all the Marvel ones, are just horrible. But this Darkseid's amazing. Prime 1 knocked it out of the park. You know, and it's a very low edition size too, you know, 150 for the exclusive, and it's already sold out pretty much everywhere. You might be able to nab it on Prime 1's website, but then I'm sure shipping cost is gonna be brutal, plus take forever to get to you. So I mean, overall, I would rate this a 10 out of 10. That's a grail. Prime 1 knocked it out of the park. The switch outs are amazing. The poses are, you know, you have the extremely iconic behind the, you know, arms behind the back pose. You have 2 amazing portraits. The costume is amazing. And for me, probably one of the better overall Darkseid costumes I've ever seen. You know, much better than your classic and the 52. So, best costume. I like the portrait a lot. I think it's the best Darkseid portraits. Best poses. The base is phenomenal. Overall, I still think I prefer this base versus the N52. That under base is just amazing. The lava effect is still extremely well done. The N52 under base is really just a little silver lining with the Omega symbol, and then a massive lava effect. This one's more subtle lava effect, which is an amazing underbase. So overall, definitely a 10 out of 10 statue. Extremely happy to have it in the collection room. I will be getting the Injustice 2 statues, the collector's edition, tomorrow. So I'll do an updated video where you can see them behind that. And then it basically, in essence, completes this little setup I got going here. So let me know your thoughts on Darkseid, what you think. Gotta say, he has a ton of presence, just like Goro. Now, just as much presence as Goro. So if any of you own Goro and know how massive he is, you know, Darkseid has just as much presence. Goro's just a little bit wider, and some parts are thicker, like his arms are thicker. But overall presence is as equal. That is it though, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.